Exclusive. Liverpool star could be sidelined until 2027 after suffering a serious injury. Salah's potential replacement at Liverpool backed to win the next Ballon d'Or as slot plans record offer. Fabrizio Romano shares an update on Ibrahima Konate's future at Liverpool after the Galatasaray match. Welcome, Reds fan. Let's check out the latest news from the world's greatest club. Liverpool has recently faced a challenging period with consecutive defeats against Crystal Palace and Galatasaray, raising concerns about the team's performance. However, the club's problems go beyond results. The injury list is growing and has already started to worry manager Arne Slot. For the upcoming match against Chelsea on Saturday, Alisson Becker and Hugo Ekitike are doubts after picking up injuries in the 1-0 defeat to Galatasaray. They join young defender Giovani Leone, only 18, who suffered a severe anterior cruciate ligament (ACL) injury during the 2-1 victory over Southampton in the third round of the English League Cup. Leone had arrived at Liverpool last summer in a £26 million transfer from Parma and impressed in his debut against the Saints before getting injured. Initial reports suggested the young defender would be sidelined for the remainder of the season, leaving Slot with just 3 central defensive options: Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, and Joe Gomez. Considering that the latter two have also had physical problems in the past, Liverpool's defensive situation looks delicate. In an exclusive with Anfield Index, injury specialist Ben Dinnery commented on Leone's case, highlighting that the recovery period could be much longer than initially estimated. He explained that ACL injuries used to be seen as serious career threats. These injuries were once considered career-ending or career-threatening. Today, thanks to modern technology and rehabilitation processes, many of these risks can be mitigated. However, there is no guarantee that a player will always return to their pre-injury level. Dinnery also noted that other factors could influence Leone's return. It's necessary to assess whether there are any secondary issues besides the ACL injury. It's also important to remember that Giovani is only 18. Liverpool has a duty to care for the player while he's at the club, considering his long-term development and career. He suggested that Leone's return could be a lengthy process. I don't think it's irrational to consider that his comeback could extend until the end of 2026 or even early 2027. For a promising young player on the verge of his first call-up to the Italian national team, this prospect is devastating because it indicates his development could be delayed by several years. Liverpool will need to reinforce the defense, with Leone expected to be sidelined for 12 to 18 months, potentially taking up to 2 years to reach his pre-injury level. The failed Mark Guehi deal from last summer may be revisited in January to ease the pressure on Arne Slot. Despite the long recovery period, Leone's youth and talent indicate he could return as a world-class defender and fully develop in the coming years.
Michael Olise has emerged as one of Liverpool's main candidates to replace Mo Salah. The Daily Mail journalist Lewis Steele reported on September 4 that the Bayern Munich star is on the Reds' radar, which was later confirmed by reporter Alan Nixon. The 23-year-old French winger had an outstanding performance in the Champions League on Tuesday, prompting German sources to suggest he could be a candidate for the 2026 Ballon d'Or. Amid these reports, Liverpool manager Arne Slot and sporting director Richard Hughes are reportedly considering a substantial offer for the player. Mo Salah, a Liverpool icon, signed a new contract in April 2025, extending his stay at Anfield until the summer of 2027. The Egyptian king has scored 248 goals and provided 116 assists in 410 appearances for the club, winning 2 Premier League titles, 1 FA Cup, and 1 Champions League. At 33, Liverpool needs to plan for the future and identify a winger who can succeed the veteran star on the right wing. In the German media, Christian Falk from Bild supported reports of Liverpool's interest in Olise, revealing that Bayern Munich could demand over €100 million, around £187 million, for the winger. Manchester City has also shown interest. Falk highlighted Olise's performance for Bayern against Paphos, away at Alpha Mega Stadium in the Champions League, as a reason to consider him a Ballon d'Or contender. Olise joined Bayern from Crystal Palace in the summer of 2024 and started on the right wing in a 4-2-3-1 formation. In the 5-1 win, he scored a goal and provided 2 assists, playing 73 minutes during which he made 4 shots, 4 key passes, achieved 82.6% pass accuracy, completed 2 dribbles, won 1 header, made an interception, and delivered 1 cross. Christian Falk rated Olise 9 out of 10, writing, "The Frenchman could win the next Ballon d'Or if he keeps playing like this. Another exceptional performance with 2 assists and a goal." Other German outlets such as Bavarian Football Works also praised Olise, calling him the master of the match, and highlighting his ball control, intelligence, skill, and relentless pursuit of goals. During the match, Olise was directly involved in 4 of Bayern's 5 goals. He started the play for Harry Kane's first goal, contributed to the build-up for Rafa's second and Jackson's third, and scored his own goal in the 68th minute before being substituted. Despite statistics recording only 2 assists and 1 goal, his overall impact on the game was much greater, showing his constant presence on the field. Liverpool is willing to pay around 100 million euros, approximately 87 million pounds, for Michael Olise next summer, with Chelsea, Manchester City, and PSG also showing interest. The transfer could become the most expensive in Bayern's history, surpassing Matthijs de Ligt's record. Olise emerges as Liverpool's main bet to succeed Mo Salah on the right wing in the coming years.
Fabrizio Romano recently shared an important update on Ibrahima Konate's contract situation at Liverpool, revealing that Real Madrid has shown significant interest in the French defender. The 26-year-old has been a key figure for the Reds over the past seasons, first under Jurgen Klopp and now with Arne Slot, demonstrating consistency and quality in the defensive line. However, he has entered the final year of his contract at Anfield, and negotiations for a possible extension are still ongoing, leaving room for speculation about his future. Real Madrid's interest, as a La Liga giant, has raised concerns in Merseyside, as there is fear that Konate could leave the club at the end of the season on a free transfer, similar to what happened with Trent Alexander-Arnold. During the 2024-25 season, Liverpool had to navigate delicate contract situations involving Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Alexander-Arnold, all with contracts nearing expiration. The club managed to convince Van Dijk and Salah to sign extensions, ensuring both remained committed to Anfield for additional years. Trent, however, chose a different path, moving to Real Madrid, which paid a fee to secure him a month before his contract ended, allowing him to participate in the Club World Cup. Now, Liverpool is concerned that Konate could follow Trent's path and transfer to Madrid. Romano noted in his exclusive Give Me Sport bulletin that, so far, no final decision has been made regarding the 26-year-old's future. Quote, "There is still no final decision. Liverpool will continue trying until they succeed, while Real Madrid remains attentive to the situation, as do other clubs," unquote, the journalist stated. Real Madrid's interest in Konate comes after the Spanish club missed the chance to sign Arsenal defender William Saliba, who opted to renew his long-term contract at the Emirates Stadium. Despite foreign interest, Konate continues to be a regular starter for Arne Slot this season, maintaining his consistency and importance in the team. At the same time, Liverpool is monitoring the market and has shown strong interest in signing Marc Guéhi from Crystal Palace, who could be viewed as a long-term replacement for Konate, whether the Frenchman stays at Anfield or moves to the Bernabeu. As a result, Konate's situation remains one of Liverpool's key points of attention, as the club must balance retaining its core players while planning for the future of the central defense, ensuring stability and competitiveness for the upcoming seasons. Thank you very much for watching until here. See you next time.